The Browser Object Model, or BOM, represents the browser's window in all of its components. The core of the BOM is the window object, which serves as the global object in client-side JavaScript. The window object provides various properties and methods to interact with the browser window. The diagram shows the window object at the top with other objects like document, history, location, and screen hanging below it. Let's explore some core properties of the window object. The innerWidth and innerHeight properties return the interior width and height of the browser window in pixels, including the width of the vertical scroll bar, if present. You can access these values using window.innerWidth and window.innerHeight. The outerWidth and outerHeight properties return the width and height of the entire browser window, including toolbars and scroll bars. These are accessible using window.outerWidth and window.outerHeight. The PageX offset and PageY offset properties return the number of pixels the document has been scrolled horizontally and vertically. They can also be accessed using window.scrollX and window.scrollY. Finally, screenX and screenY properties return the horizontal and vertical distance of the browser window from the left and top edge of the screen. They can be accessed using window.screenX and window.screenY. The window object also provides several useful methods. The open and close methods allow you to control browser windows and tabs. For example, you can open a new window with the window.open method, specifying the URL and window features. You can also close the current window with window.close method. The focus method lets you manage the focus state of a window. You can bring the window to the front using window.focus, and check if the window has focus using document.hasFocus method. The scroll methods control the window scroll position. You can scroll to specific coordinates using window.scrollTo method, or use smooth scrolling with the window.scrollBy method. Finally, the window object provides dialog methods such as alert and confirm to display pop-up messages and get user confirmation. The window.alert method shows a simple message, and window.confirm presents a message with OK and cancel buttons. Frames, specifically IFrames, are used to embed another HTML page into the current HTML document. To access the content of an IFrame, you first get the IFrame element using its ID, then access its window object through the content window property. To access parent window from the IFrame, use window.parent. Communication between frames is achieved using the postMessage method. You can send data from one frame to another using the target window's postMessage method, specifying the message and target origin. The other frame can receive these messages by listening for the message event on the window object. It is essential to verify the origin of the message for security purposes before handling any data. The window.screen object provides information about the user's screen. The screen width and screen height properties give you the total size of the screen. Screen.available width and screen available height tell you the usable space excluding the taskbar or similar system elements. The color depth property represents the number of bits used to display one color, and pixel depth represents the number of bits per pixel for color. The window.location object represents the current URL. It can be used to redirect, reload the page, and also to get different components of the current URL. The URL typically consists of a protocol like HTTPS, a hostname like www.example.com, a port number which is typically 443 for HTTPS, a pathname like /path/page, a search string like perm equals value, and a hash like hashtag section. Location.ref can be used to redirect to a new URL. Location.reload is used to reload the page. You can also update individual parts of the URL, such as the hash with location.hash, or the search parameters with location.search. When you navigate to a new page, location.assign adds it to the browser history, whereas location.replace replaces the current history entry. You can get the origin with the location.origin property, and the full URL with the location.ref property. The window.history object allows you to navigate through the browser's history and manage its state. The history.back and history.forward methods allow you to move back or forward by one page. You can move by a specific number of pages using the history.go method. For example, a negative number takes you back and a positive number takes you forward in the history. You can manipulate the history stack with the push state and replace state methods. Push state adds a new state to the history, while replace state replaces the current state without page refresh. You can listen for history changes using pop state event on the window object. This event is triggered when the user clicks the browser's back or forward button, or when you use the history.back, forward, or go methods. The window object provides methods to execute code after specified intervals or delay. The setTimeout method lets you run a code block once after a given delay in milliseconds. The method returns an ID which can be used to cancel the timeout with clearTimeout method if needed. The setInterval method repeatedly executes code at a specified interval, also measured in milliseconds. This method also returns an ID that you can use to clear the interval using clearInterval method. For animations, you should use the requestAnimationFrame method. This method tells the browser that you wish to perform an animation and requests that the browser call a specified function before the next repaint. Let us compare the three timing methods. setTimeout executes once after a delay, setInterval repeats execution at intervals, and requestAnimationFrame is optimized for animations, synchronizing with browser paint cycle. The window object provides events that allow your scripts to respond to user interactions and browser events. The load event is fired when the entire page, including all resources like images and scripts, has fully loaded. The unload event is fired just before the page is unloaded. The focus event is fired when the window gains focus and blur when the window loses focus. The scroll event is triggered when the user scrolls. You can detect the scroll position using the scrollY property. The resize event occurs when the browser window is resized. You can use this event to make the website responsive on window resizing. Let's summarize the key functionalities of the window object. The window object is the global object which provides access to browser's window properties and methods. Screen provides information about the user's screen and its dimensions. Location is used for URL manipulation and navigation. The history object is used to manage the browser's history. The various timing methods like setTimeout and setInterval help with delayed and periodic execution. The window object provides support for browser events like load, scroll, resize, and focus. The window object also helps in cross-frame communication and user interactions with dialogs, user preferences, and scroll position. This comprehensive set of APIs makes the window object essential for web development. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.